right now I'm just going in and out of this road, packing the snow down so that if it snows a lot tonight, I can get out, so there won't be as much accumulation. So I'm just basically making my road just by going in and out of here, basically packing it down so that I can get out later or tomorrow. And then over here you can see that I've went forwards and backwards quite a few times to pack this snow down. Of course, I wouldn't recommend doing anything like this if you didn't have a come along and a winch and rope and all that, because even though you have some good four-wheel drive, there's still chances that you could get your truck stuck. So people need to know where you are, what milepost you're at, what highway you're on, and what time to expect you back or to expect a phone call from you. Well, hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Jiujitsu2000 here today. My apologies, I'm wearing sunglasses right now. The sun popped out and there's a lot of reflection, a lot of snow blindness. So I'm leaving my shades on, but it's a beautiful 2019 winter day. The snow was really coming down good and it kind of decided to let up for a little bit. So I thought that I would take this opportunity to get set up and get my shelter up for this overnighter. You can see this road behind me. I've drove my truck in and out of this thing many times in an effort to not get snowed in, because we're expecting a lot more snow tonight. You can see just my feet here that this is packed down real good, so I won't get stuck in here. I've also kind of scouted around a little bit off camera and found an area that I think would be perfect to set up my shelter for tonight. So I'm gonna walk through this. Look at this knee-deep snow here. It's pretty crazy. I'm loving it. I already walked in and out of here several times and I kind of made myself a little trail, and I'll share that with you. So here's my little trail. I'm really excited about this overnighter. This snow is about, I don't know, I'm guessing about 2 feet deep. And what's really cool about that is in northern Arizona where I live in a small town called Winslow, and we don't get snow that often. So when we do, the majority of the people, they hunker down in their houses. And it's people like me that get out because we don't get to play in stuff like this very often. Now, I'm no stranger to snow. I grew up in Donner Pass, so I understand a lot of the things, the safeties and things that you can and cannot do when it comes to messing around in the snow, including camping in the snow, which I'm going to do in this video. So one thing that I want to talk about real quick is my shelter setup. Now this is what I've been looking at. This tree right here, and then there's another tree right there. So what my plan is to put a ridge line up between these two trees, put a tarp overhead, stomp down the snow right here, and set my shelter right there. Now if you didn't have a tarp available, the way you can hide your tent right down under something like that, and you can use the canopy of the tree to kind of protect you from the snow coming at you. You know, all this protection right here, this natural foliage would be good protection for you. So I'm going to stop for a second. I'm going to shed a layer, because when you're dealing with cold temperatures, it's really important to not allow yourself to sweat. If you sweat, you're actually going to get really cold really fast, because your body is going to say, wow, I'm sweating. Let me cool myself. And so your body will start sweating, and that'll work as evaporative cooling. And in a cold environment already, you don't want, it's about 24, 25 degrees out right now. And the temperatures tonight we're expecting to be in the single digits. So I want to definitely take all the necessary steps to set myself up well for tonight. Another thing that comes to mind right off the top of my head is I have a pack full of gear, and there's a couple other items like my bedrolls, the bulky items that I left in my truck, and I'll be bringing those out because I'm not hiked that far away from my truck. Maybe, what, 100 yards or something at the most, if that. So along with that, there's extra gear, food, water, fire making, things like that, that I can reach out in the event that I get stuck out here and can't get in touch or get myself out, or truck won't start, mechanical failure, I get an injury, anything like that. So people know where I'm at, they know what time I'm supposed to be checking in and things of that nature. So don't just go out and do your thing without letting somebody know where and when to expect you back or to expect contact from you. Otherwise, they're going to start wondering, where is he at? What's going on? Let's start getting on the phone and getting some help out to him. So neat. I see some fatwood back there. Right there. I don't know if you're seeing it. Right there's some fatwood. It's pretty cool. I just got to catch my breath for a second. Traipsing around in this snow. You know, there's a reason that they invented snowshoes. So I'm going to go ahead and get this started and get my shelter going and be ready for a night. I think I got to shed a layer because I'm getting kind of warm right now. Amazing. Had to put the shades back on because the sun decided to come out. I got some clear blue skies over here for now. For now, right? Things come to mind. You know, I got my tarp set up and I set my pack on a trash bag just to keep it out of the snow. So I got a pretty cool thing that I'm planning to do now. Look at my little trail here. And my objective is to hit that ribbon. So here goes shot number one. Oh, I missed. Try shot number two. You guys ready? Can I hit it? Oh, way off. That would have been a total air ball if I was playing basketball, right? I was a wrestler, not a baseball player. Let's try shot number three. Oh, that went under his feet. All right. Two more. Number 4 coming up. Okay, let me see if I can aim. Am I aiming? Ready? Oh, that would have scared the hell out of him. Okay, I got one more. All right. Last one. Look at these red hands. And I got my hand drill exercise in the other day. Total failures, by the way. Couldn't get an ember for nothing. Okay, shot number 5. Oh no. Terrible. Ready? Here's number 3. Number 4. Oh, almost. Okay, I got one more. A big one. How's that? Look at that big little thing. I got you. Finally got you. That's fun. It started snowing again, so I'm kind of hunkered down into this shelter. I'm wanting to make some water so I can have some tea, but my bee-free, I think it's time to retire it. I brought a new filter element, you know, because this one went on all my overnighters last year. Every trip I went on, I used only the bee-free, and it worked good, but the flow rate got to where it wouldn't do nothing, you know, just like it is right now. It's not even, I'm squeezing this thing and I'm not even getting there. We get a couple drops, you know, but I don't want to sit here and squeeze it and get drops out of it. So I'm reading this package. It says one easy clean membrane filter cartridge. Works with compatible Catadine bee-free water filtration system, which is this bladder, which, you know, I want to let you know that this little Hydra Pack worked great. And this 3-liter Hydra Pack worked very good. 100 fluid ounces of water, and they both accept the water filter, the bee-free. So this bag's a little thinner than that one. But what I was going to talk about was right here where it says shake and swish. Fill the flask with water and shake. Or you can swish it. Remove the filter and swish it in water, which I've done both of those techniques right there. And neither of those techniques worked. Free flow channels allows faster flow and easier cleaning in the field without the need to back flush. My opinion, it does not work. It's not near as good as Sawyer. Now, could I have gotten a lemon? And another thing I want to make sure that you guys know is it's not like I put dirt, mud, water in this and tried to filter it. I pre-filtered every drop of water that's been through this filter. I've ran it through a bandana to get rid of all that debris. It says water on demand up to 1,000 liters. Okay, 1,000 liters. Let's think about that for a second. 1,000 liters. So I did 12 overnighters. And in every single overnighter, I did at least 3 liters. Okay, so that's, what is that, 36 liters? Well, let's just double that. And let's just assume that I did, what is that, 60, 72 liters? There's no way that I got anywhere near 1,000 liters of use out of this filter. No way, not even close. But I do like it. I did really like it when it was brand new. It was lightning fast. So, and it was definitely fast in the beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and change it out. You know, that's one thing, you know, not to change subjects too quick on you, but when you're out like this, it's important to find things to do so you don't get bored. Because when you get bored and stuff like that, that's when things aren't so fun. You have to keep your mind occupied. You got to keep things going. You got to bring things with you on your trip that are going to entertain you when you're confined to your shelter, like I am right now. Do not use in freezing conditions. Now, perhaps, maybe that was my issue. I didn't keep it warm enough. I didn't keep it in my pocket. There was a couple trips where I'd forgotten to bring it in and it stayed out. So that's a possibility. Anyway, I'm going to try again. I got to break this little plastic thing off. I'm going to try it again. I'll give it a fair shake and we'll see. Look at that. Brand new. Look at that. That flow rate is just quick. That's one of the reasons I like it so much. That's crazy. It's just, that's why I got the Be Free, because that flow rate is ridiculously fast. Wow. Blows me away how quick that flow is. After having to squeeze for drops, you know. And then you go back to this and it's really kicking butt for you. So that's the Be Free. I've got my Pocket Rocket Deluxe out here. I'm actually doing everything out in the vestibule because I don't want to put carbon monoxide into my tent. Even though technically this tent's safe to do that because it's a 3-season tent, it has a lot of ventilation. I could totally cook in here because this ventilation allows carbon monoxide out. But this stove is awesome. This is the Pocket Rocket Deluxe. I love it. That piezo igniter thing is phenomenal. And I had this canister sitting out there in the ice. Sorry about that. So I had the fuel canister sitting out here in the vestibule in the ice. Right there, and it still boils that water like it's nobody's business. No problem. I just want a cup of tea is all I want. That's the lid off the Stanley Adventure Camp Cook Set. The one with the 2 cups. Orange Picot and Picot Cut Black Tea. Sometimes I bring tea bags and then other times I make natural tea out here. Pine needle tea. Sometimes I'll use mullein. Sometimes I'll use that Mormon tea. I'll find that along the trail, hiking in or whatever. So the stove is just a great performer. MSR has been so good to me in my life, you know, as far as products, as far as being a customer, and then eventually becoming a reviewer for them. Their products are solid, and I test them. You know, obviously you can see I'm out here and I'm packing ice around this fuel. I'm trying to really test the stove in a really cold environment, and it's performing just fine. That regulator is supposed to help for things like that. My water's already to a boil. I'll let it get to a little bit more of a boil, and then I'll throw that tea in there, and I'll let it steep for about 5 minutes. Look at that. Woo! That thing is a performer. Of course, all the Pocket Rockets, even back to the original, they're all excellent stoves. So I'm not knocking any of the previous models by any means. They're all phenomenal. Let's put that baby down in there and let that steep. I have a tiny hole right here. I need to patch that up, so I'm just going to use some athletic tape here today just to get that hole patched up for now. Hopefully it'll keep the critters from coming in. Nothing too crazy, right? If it sticks. There we go. Just a little bit of tape there. I might put a tiny piece on the outside. Just little tasks, little things to do to keep you entertained when you're out here, because when you're hunkered down, it could be very boring. This is the XPED Mega Mat 10 LXW. This pad is really thick. It's comfortable. It feels like you're laying on a mattress, like a bed. It's heavy. It's not for backpacking, you know. But I brought it because this tent is sitting on snow. And this is a really good conduction barrier to break conduction, so I'll stay nice and cozy in here tonight. Oh, that smells. Ah, it smells so good. Can't wait. Can't wait. This is such a fun trip. As you can see, I brought my pack in because I didn't want it out there with the potential of getting snowed on. So it's in for the night. That way any gear or blankets down below or any kind of entertainment, I've got it all right there in my pack, and I don't have to leave the shelter to go get it. I'm laying here right now, and I'm a tiny bit bored. I'm just sitting here enjoying my tea. What time is it here? Oh, it's 4 o'clock. So I wanted something exciting. So I have another camera out there, 30 yards from here, capturing a time lapse. Right now I'm barefooted. I don't feel like putting my boots on and going to get that camera because I don't want to track in more snow and have to bang my boots and clean them. So just for some excitement, I thought about running over there barefoot, you know, pull my pants up to my knees and run over there barefoot in my little path there and get that camera. So I think I'm going to do that. It's going to be fun. We're going to check the stabilization feature on this GoPro real quick. And I'm going to go do that. Okay. The vestibule up. Are you guys ready? This ought to be fun. Pull these pants up. It's still light enough out that it shouldn't be that big of a deal. All right, let's see what we got going on. Ooh, look at those feet. Oh my gosh. There's my other camera right there. Oh, look at that. That is ridiculous. Only I would do something crazy like that. Look at that. Bare feet in the snow. Let's grab this other camera. And let's head back to the shelter. Look at that. Ooh, my feet are cold. Oh, this is so much fun. Oh, goodness. Whew. Ooh, oh. Ooh, that was cold. Ah, look at those feet. Whew. They are freezing. Cold feet. That was fun. That was definitely a little bit of excitement for you guys. I enjoyed that. There's a look at my cold feet. Time to put them on that warm water bottle. This is a Charade schtf 56. It's a full tang knife. I put a little paracord lanyard on it. It's got a really nice high grind on it. And I've been beating the crap out of this thing, and it's been holding up good. It's got these rubberized kind of grips to it. It's just a good knife. Really thick spine, full tang, sharp spine too, so I can process bark, and it scrapes a ferro rod very well. It's also 1095 steel. Comes with a nice little sheath here and an included emergency, and I say that from my own words, emergency ferro rod. The reason I say emergency is because I actually broke this ferro rod. Here we go. The plastic piece here broke, and I was able to slide it back in, and it still throws sparks, but it's not like it used to be. Okay. So I ordered a new ferro rod for this knife. It's like $4 on Amazon. So I really like the knife, but the sheath is good. I put a little paracord on there so I can tie it around my waist, and it's been good. I think it'd be a good entry-level knife. If you couldn't afford like a Mora Garberg or a Becker or something like that, you could definitely get into something like this. It's got a plastic sleeve in the sheath here, which, you know, and I'm not pushing a product for Charade. They're not sponsoring me or nothing like that. So I don't want you guys to get confused. This is just a knife that I legitimately like. So what I did was I picked up another one, shtf56M. Okay, Charade right here, M micarta handles, and I'm blown away. They also come with a, not only do they put micarta handles on the knife, but they include a, I don't think it's Kydex, but it's a nice plasticky kind of sheath, and the knife is basically the same knife, you know, the same thing, sharp spine. This spine seems a little less sharp than the original one, but the micarta handles, they have good traction to them. One of the reasons I like micarta so much is when you grab the knife, you don't feel cold or hot, you just grab it. It's like an insulation. It doesn't, you know, the knife could be laying in the snow and you pick it up and it's not cold to your hand. Comes with a cool sheath, and again, another emergency fire steel, which is cool. You know, you got that right there on the sheath, and the price point ain't much different than the other one. So I just thought I'd run that by you. There's no rattle, or very minimal rattle. It's got a nice plastic kind of sheath, and I thought it was cool, so I picked it up, and I'll beat the crap out of it and see if it holds up like this other one did. Another thing that I noticed, obviously the knives are the same knife, so the sheaths were interchangeable. So you could put the micarta in the original sheath if you preferred, you know, the original type sheath here, or if you preferred the rubber handle with the Kydex type sheath. So that's a good thing for you to think about. There's also a nice drain hole in the bottom of this sheath, so if you get water in there, it definitely can drain. But anyway, just something to kill the time, just something to show you guys and something to share that I was excited about. I did notice one thing, and that was the micarta wasn't the same level on both sides. You probably won't be able to tell very good from your angle there, but the micarta is a little thicker on this side and just a hair thinner. And that might have just been an oversight from the factory or something. Quality control didn't catch it, but it's not that big of a deal. But I think that I'm going to give this knife a go. I definitely love this one. I've beat the crap out of it, and it's still here. So thought I'd share that with you and hope that it helps somebody out there. So now I've got two SCHF 56s, and looks like I'll have to put a little lanyard on this one, kind of like I did on that. You can hear the snow coming down. This tea is wonderful because it warms my whole body when I drink it. There's no place I'd rather be than right here, right now, with you guys. So I'm getting hungry. It's time to get some food prepared. And this food that I'm going to make is something that I make quite often. And I like, when it's wintertime, I like things that are simple to make. Things like soups and stuff like that. So that's why I'm choosing this meal for this winter overnighter here for 2019. This is a very simple meal. You can throw these in the back of the truck, these cans, and it doesn't hurt anything or anything like that. It's very simple, very, very tasty too, for that matter. So what I have here is I have a can of diced potatoes. Put it all in there, juice and everything. That's the first ingredient. Put that on the heat. The second ingredient, if you like green chili, this is Hatch green chili. Just chopped green chili. I love green chili, so we're going to put some of that in our soup. 4-ounce can. I like green chili, so I put quite a bit in there. You can smell that chili too. Ah, that New Mexico chili. I love it. Okay, so there's some Hatch green chili. We're going to put it all in there, juice and everything. The whole thing's going to go in there. You can cook this over a fire, or in our case over a stove, so it's not like a difficult thing to make. The third thing that I like to put in here is a Progresso can of chicken pot pie. This gives it a nice texture, and you can see that it all fits in this pot, no problem. Yeah, look, I love this Pocket Rocket Deluxe. This stove is bad to the bone. The last thing that we're gonna put in there is just some chicken breast chunks. Whole thing. I'm gonna put the water, the juice, everything, because we're gonna get every bit of nutrients out of this food. Everything it's gonna offer us, everything. The other reason I like putting the juice and everything in there is because you can really put it on high heat and you're not gonna burn it or nothing like that. I think I made this meal in one of my overnighters last year, and might have shared it with you. But yeah, this is just a delicious meal. I love making this. Cool thing about these tins too is you can put your candle wax in there, or make candles or tallow or whatever you got going on. Let's open this up and get some ventilation. So this thing, just bring it up to temperature and then let it simmer. And you can simmer it as long as you want. This food right here is cool because you can make you a bowl and leave the rest just on simmer, and come back at any time, get another bowl. There we go. Now that split ring will be in the right position. And I'm just gonna turn the heat down, let this stuff simmer, and then whenever I'm ready to eat, it'll be ready for me. Ooh, look at all that deliciousness there. Oh, that looks amazing. And you can add more meat if you want. You can add more potatoes. You can add broccoli to it. You can add just about whatever you want to this meal. And it's delicious. Love it. So I've got my little ladle there. Ooh, just ladle that right in. But I'm going to have me a pretty decent helping. One thing that's really good to do right before you go to bed is eat. Get your stomach working. So then when your stomach's working, you'll be producing heat in your body. I also have some more tea here. This is about my third cup of tea. So my body's core temperature is just warm, very warm, with all this food, with all this tea, and that is just delicious. I can't wait. Oh, it's amazing. And for some of you out there might be wondering, you know, what are you doing for protection? What are you going to do for protection if an animal comes or something tonight? Because they smell all this food. Very simple solution. I have a pistol here. I've got the Olight with the PL Mini version 2. So I have 600 lumens for 60 minutes. That's a bright light. Looks like I'm fogged up over there. Hopefully that's a little clearer picture there. 600 lumens, 60 minutes. I also have my knife real close. So I'm protected. I'm prepared. I'm ready to go. I'm going to try this food. Oh, if you could smell it, it just smells amazing. Hot. Oh my gosh. That is delicious. You guys should try this at home. this recipe. It's amazing. So I'm in the process of getting ready for bed, and I noticed there's a little bit of frost here on the inside of my tent. So that's kind of interesting. It's not cold in here, at least not to me. So I'm gonna get my blankets out and get ready for bed. It's time to go to bed. Today was a wonderful day. I just had a blast. This is really something that makes me happy. Getting out like this is just so much fun. I love it. I hope you guys had fun today with me. These overnighters are such a blast. I think if you're not getting out, you need to. I got this bedroll. It's about 9 o'clock, I guess. I ate that whole thing of soup. That was a lot of food. And I drank about probably 3 different cups of tea, 4 off of that same tea bag. It's just the tea gets a little weaker each time. But what I do to make it like tea again is I boil it a little bit, and it boils some more of that flavor off. But the tea was good. Food was delicious. I have my candles set up. Candles I use for 3 things out here. I use them for entertainment, I use them for light, and of course the heat. So it's just been such an amazing day. My pad that I'm laying on is so comfortable, and there's no cold underneath it. It feels like I'm laying in my bed at home. I have a 32-ounce water bottle, and the water that I put in here is like old dirty dishwater and stuff like that from doing my dishes. I put it in here and I heat it up, and then that goes down into the bedroll, and the bedroll is nice and warm. Oh, it feels like a heater. It's amazing. And this thing will last about 5 or 6 hours, this stainless steel bottle with hot water in it. So that's about it. I just wish Miss Bella and the girls were here. I miss them. And I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. And if you're not getting out, what's stopping you? So we'll see you guys in the morning. I'm going to call it a night. See you later. Sweet dreams, everybody. Well, good morning, everybody. Man. I slept like a baby last night. Oh, this bed is very comfortable. I stayed warm. In fact, at one point I got hot. My feet, I took my socks off. My feet were getting hot. So I got my socks right here. I didn't need this other layer back on. And it was cold, but I wasn't cold. There's my water bottle. Completely frozen. So it's probably a good idea that I had my Be Free with me in my pocket, close to my body. This guy right here was the ticket. I wrap it in a bandana because it gets really hot when I boil the water. It's still hot. Not too hot to hold, but this heater worked good. I boiled the water twice last night. I did it at midnight, and then I did it again at 6 o'clock this morning. The low last night got down to 5 degrees, colder than I expected. But like I said, I stayed warm. You know, I was really smart in how I manipulated the heat loss mechanisms to stay warm. In fact, I'm thinking about doing a video on that topic specifically, just to update information for you guys. Pocket Rocket Deluxe. You can look at that ice on the canister down there. One thing that I noticed, and I don't know if it's just this stove or if it's all of them, but when it gets really, really cold, this valve is hard to turn. I mean, it feels like it's frozen. Probably is, right? But the stove, every time I needed it, it worked flawlessly. I mean, it fired right up. But like I said, this valve was a little bit stiff. So I feel great. Now I'm going to start getting up and getting about. I got to pee. Might heat up some more tea and just kind of get the day started. It was crazy quiet last night. In fact, the area that I'm at, Highway 99, that goes south from Winslow, Arizona, they don't plow that road. They don't patrol that road. And I heard one vehicle going southbound the whole time I've been out here. One vehicle. So it's pretty crazy. It's a very remote location. I didn't hear any game or any wildlife or anything like that last night. But this has been an amazing trip. You know, a lot of people might think that a person like me is crazy for coming out in these sub-zero temperatures and doing what I do, but it's fun. In fact, there's one thing that comes to mind. Flagstaff, Arizona made a new record of highest amount of snowfall in 100-year history. They got 35 inches. I don't know what record got beat, but maybe 35 inches in one storm, or I don't know, in a certain amount of time or whatever. But all I know is when I heard the radio that yeah, they broke the record. They had the highest amount of snowfall in the last 100 years. So that's crazy. And I'm out here doing my thing, just loving it. I'm really loving it. I was able to text Miss Bella and tell her that, you know, keep her updated, let her know I'm doing good. She knows exactly where I'm at. And yeah, I just couldn't be happier. This is really what I live to do. You know, I love coming out and I love doing this and I love sharing it with you. The cameras can be a little bit cumbersome sometimes. You know, it's kind of a challenge to get up and, okay, let me turn the camera on. Let me get the camera set up. And, oh, how's my battery life on the camera? And another thing that comes to mind is I'm looking at the camera right now and it says I have 14 minutes left of data on this SD card, which is crazy. That's just nuts. It's a 32 gigabyte card. So anyway, good morning, everybody. I'm going to get up and at it, and we'll see you in a little bit. Thought I pushed stop. Maybe I didn't. Okay. I did push it. My camera is malfunctioning right now. Even the power button's not working. What's going on here? Nothing. Okay, let me pull the battery in. Maybe the camera's not designed to work in these low temperatures. This water that was in here was the water that I used to wash with. I washed my pots and pans. This water right here. Look at that, nasty. All them floaties and stuff. So I'm gonna pour this out. It's like a snow angel. Like a, what do they call that? A snow one of those things that you buy with the, you shake it and it has all the snow in there. That's what this is. Entertainment, right? So right now, I've got this water on a boil with the tea bag in there. That's the same tea bag that I've used this whole trip. Except this time, I'm boiling that tea for about 5 minutes. I'm getting the very last bit of tea out of it, and I'll show you what it looks like. So I came out here with one tea bag. Pretty crazy. Normally I carry more, but I only had one on this trip, so I'm getting the best out of it. I'm just boiling it until I see the water turn into a tea type color. Let's take a look at that tea. It's a little bit light. I've let it cool here for a little bit, so it's not super hot. Oh yeah, still tastes like tea though. Weak tea, but tea nonetheless. Such a good feeling when you take a warm liquid and you feel that warmth go down into your body, and it's such an amazing feeling. Speaking of feelings, I can feel the sun coming out and I can feel the temperatures rising. It's really warm in this shelter right now. And this tea is good. It really is. I think that's probably the last bit that I'll be able to get out of that tea bag though. Oh, life is good. There's a look at my area where I stayed. That was where my shelter was. It's time to get out of here. This was a really fun overnighter. I want to say thank you guys for joining me today on this winter 2019 overnighter. How you like the new camera? Thank you guys. You guys donated and it helped me get a better tool to do a better job for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to leave your comments down below, like this video, share this video, and as always, thanks so much for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Have a good day. Later.